The wind howled like a beast, a relentless scream of ice and fury. Out here, where the world had turned to nothing but a blinding sheet of white, a mother's hope was freezing over, trapped. The car, a metal coffin now, shuddered against the blizzard's assault. In the back, two small faces, framed by frosted glass, watched her with wide, trusting eyes, but the fear in her own was a mirror she couldn't hide. Every passing minute stole more warmth, more time. The engine was dead, the phone, a useless black rectangle. She pulled the thin blankets tighter around her children, her own breath misting in the frigid air. Was this it? A silent, frozen end on the side of a forgotten road. Then, through the swirling chaos, a pair of headlights cut through the gloom. A ghost, a mirage. No, a heavy-duty truck, built to defy the storm, crunched to a stop behind them. The door opened, and a figure emerged, a silhouette against the raging snow. He was built like the mountains themselves, a rugged strength in the way he moved. The wind tore at his jacket, but he stood firm, his gaze sharp and assessing. He wasn't just a passerby, he was a force of nature in his own right. An ex-Navy SEAL, though she wouldn't know it, all she saw was a lifeline. He moved with a calm that defied the storm's violence, no wasted motion, no panic. His voice, when he spoke through the window, was low and steady, a commanding presence that instantly cut through her terror. "Ma'am, I'm going to get you and your kids out of here. Just listen to my instructions." He wasn't asking, he was promising. He worked quickly, his expertise evident in every action. He checked the path, his eyes scanning for unseen dangers hidden by the snowdrifts. The blizzard was a whiteout, a disorienting vortex, but he moved through it as if he had a map etched into his mind. He opened the back door, and the storm lunged inside, but his broad frame shielded the children from the worst of it. He looked at them, his expression softening for just a moment. "Hey, little troopers, we're going on a small adventure." One by one, he lifted them from the car. The little boy wrapped his arms around his neck, burying his face in the warm fabric of his jacket. The older girl, he guided with a firm hand, her small boots struggling against the deepening snow. He carried them both, one in each arm, his strength a fortress against the gale. The mother followed, her steps clumsy in the deep drifts, her eyes fixed on the man who carried her entire world. The path back to his truck was a battle. Ice, thick and treacherous, coated the ground. Without hesitation, he used his boot to smash a path, clearing the way. He pointed out hazards, his survival instincts on full display. This was his element. For years, he trained in conditions far worse than this, in places designed to break the strongest of men. Here, on this lonely stretch of highway, that training was a beacon of hope for a family on the brink. He settled them into the warm cab of his truck, wrapping them in thick, dry blankets he pulled from a gear bag. Before they could even process what was happening, he was outside again, working with practiced efficiency. He built a small, controlled fire near his truck, using materials he had on hand, creating a pocket of warmth and light in the desolate landscape. It was a signal, a point of reference, but also an act of defiance against the cold. He chipped ice away from his own tires, ensuring they had traction to pull away. Every move was precise, calculated, and aimed at one goal: survival. He was a guardian, a protector, stepping out of the storm when all seemed lost. Back inside the truck, the engine rumbled, a comforting, powerful sound. The heater blasted warm air, chasing away the chill that had settled deep into their bones. The children, safe and cocooned in warmth, were already drifting to sleep. The mother watched the man behind the wheel, his focus entirely on navigating the treacherous road. Tears welled in her eyes, not of fear anymore, but of overwhelming gratitude. He had appeared from nowhere, a stranger who asked for nothing, and gave everything. He drove them through the blinding snow, not just to the next town, but back to the world of the living, back to safety. Some heroes wear capes, others drive trucks and appear in the middle of a blizzard, their quiet courage a roaring fire against the cold. Thank you for watching this story unfold. If you were moved by this act of heroism, Please like and subscribe for more content that celebrates the best of humanity. Stay safe out there.